Across borders, Uganda Security Minister Elly Tumwine has defended the police after 37 people were killed on Wednesday and Thursday last week, following clashes with supporters of opposition presidential candidate musician Bobi Wine. Meanwhile, rights group Human Rights Watch has urged Ethiopia to protect civilians living in Tigray's capital Mekelle as government troops advance to the city. In a media briefing, Uganda Security Minister Elly Tumwine defended the shoot-to-kill order, saying police have the right to shoot protesters if the country reaches a certain level of violence. Uganda's presidential candidate Robert Kyagulanyi, famously known as Bobi Wine, was released on bail on Friday after being charged with spreading coronavirus during his campaigns. He has been accused of failing to adhere to health measures put in place to curb the spread of COVID-19 while campaigning for next year's general election. Elsewhere, rights group Human Rights Watch has urged Ethiopia to protect civilians living in Tigray capital Mekelle as government's troops advance to the city. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed on Sunday gave Tigrayan forces 72 hours to surrender, but the Tigray People's Liberation Front, which controls the mountainous region, has vowed to keep fighting. The conflict has reportedly killed hundreds and displaced thousands in recent weeks, the United Nations warning it could trigger a humanitarian crisis. And hundreds of thousands of people in Burkina Faso were unable to cast their ballots in the presidential elections because Islamist violence has rendered parts of the north and east too dangerous. Dozens of polling stations closed early on Sunday due to security threats, according to the head of the Electoral Commission. The country has suffered from an escalating jihadist conflict. Analysts expect a tight contest as President Roch Kabore seeks a second 5-year term. Kabore's opponents accuse him of failing to stop the jihadist attacks, which have killed more than 2,000 people this year. Finally, Nigeria's Rivers State governor has imposed a 24-hour curfew on parts of the state after a surge in cult activities and related violence. The governor said the area around the Okoru-Nuodu flyover in Rumuokoro will be under a curfew for the next 2 weeks. He also warned the government will spare no efforts to deal appropriately with anyone who decides to disturb peace and security in the state with cult activities and associated violence and killings. Cult gangs have been involved in crime and killings, according to local media.